Well, off the back of our first win, look at us. 100 XP, baby. 100 XP. You love to see it. Shout out to Nico, by the way. 1 year. Nico, thank you very much for that. Welcome back. Let's see what we have here now in terms of the updates. We'll again reset our points. Let's go to the athletes. Okay, good news. And Achilles, by the way, as well. 23 months on the primer. So close to 2 years. Achilles, it's good to have you back. So we are still in the lead for Morris, and for Mike Moore, and for Luke Sullivan. Decent lead now for Malloy. That's right. Fuck the Army. Join the Navy. And then Marlon Moore. Oh, God, we're competing with Auburn. Jesus Christ. But we are not out of the running for any of those athletes, which, again, is great. At quarterback, big lead for Joe Luke. Big lead for Ernest Young. Decent lead for Gabriel Hampton. And in the mix for Rhett King, who, as we know at the moment, has the highest rating. He looks to outright have the highest rating. Did I fully scout all of the athletes, by the way? I sure did. Good. So quarterback, we're looking okay. Running back, Alex Gaston. We have a lead over the Army. It's funny, the Army. I like that it's Army always competing with us. Let's see, wideouts. Lead and lead. Right. Nobody that we're out on at wide receiver. Get that scouting in there. No, Cody, no, I do not. I will never explain any emotes in the chat. You were either here for the joke or you weren't. All right, so wide receiver, we're looking okay. Tight end wise, ho, 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 big lead for the pride of East Mill Creek, Utah. Love to see it. At guard, we're out on Darren Peterson. All right, well, we're not looking too good for the offensive line right now. That we can admit. We're looking okay at center, though. All right, Allied, we're looking okay-ish at center. Defensive end Luke Rivera is a 74. 500 points out on Patrick Pearson. We're going to drop. In that regard, linebacker James Brown is a bust. He's still good, though, at a 68. That honestly might help us get him. Other teams might back out. Let's see, Sean Taylor, Joe Wilson. I mean, Wilson right now is on the fringe of a staying. We got a big lead for Damian Robertson. Say 69. Weisbecker, we're falling back, but we're not out of the race. Okay. Let's go take a look once more at the prospect list. In terms of those who are interested, Terry Williams as an athlete, I think we're going to be way too far back at this point. We are. And then Scott Copeland we already had. And that was it for the athletes that we could realistically get. Shout out to Troy Bean. Great name. Again, punter, nobody we can realistically get. At kicker, we're in the running for, I think, both Smiths. No, not Brian Smith. Okay. Got the Jimmy Ryan. King of Prussia, Pennsylvania. At safety, multiple 3 stars. 400 points out on Wynn. Only 100 points out on Bell. 200 points out on Rima Butler. Thomas Morgan, we're barely out. Then there's Smith, we don't need. You know, we'll throw a shout out there for Jonathan Wynn. Why not? As we will continue just to try to find any last-second players that we might be able to get. Charles Smith might be a bust of a kicker, but again, that could be good for us. Maybe other teams will back off. So at safety, nobody really jumping off the page yet, but that's okay. So back to all positions as we do. Again, same thing pretty much every week here as we are just trying to get the best players that we possibly can. And based off of yield point totals, I said I know a lot of menu simming isn't everyone's cup of tea, but at the same time, the team is abysmal right now. That's the only way to put it. They are just atrocious. Plus, I want to be able to get chat involved with naming our recruits. You know, once we start to get a spin on our team, that's when the fun really begins. Okay, so about 105 points per prospect right now. I don't even know if we should be going after Ken Dickerson. I mean, this guy's a 55 overall, apparently. 50% scouted, though, so we don't know for sure. We'll stick with it. You never know. You might turn the page. Yeah, 105 points per person, because we have less scouting to do each week with this crop of talent. We are currently the Titanic at the bottom of the ocean. At least I have this sick new controller, though. Too soon? Remember when that happened? Oh, goodness. You know, Aaron McRae, we could probably send a scholarship to and get that guy locked up, but you know what? We'll hold off. It's two presidents. Yeah, Andrew Johnson and Rima Butler. The 32nd president of the United States, Rima Butler. And the 52nd president of the United States, James Brown. The James Brown. We're going to reanimate him. It's going to be great. All right, let's see. We are almost where we want to be in terms of our point dispersing. I want to go nice, quick, in a beautiful location. I mean, Ender, would it be... You wouldn't know that you were in a beautiful location, though, because you couldn't fucking see anything. You calling the inside of a homemade submarine a beautiful location? You sure? How do you get the bonus under the recruiting points? It has to do with their interests. So the bonus point category, the playing time they think they would get, the program tradition, conference prestige, whether or not it's a pipeline state. That's where you get the bonus points. So sometimes it's stuff that you can control. Sometimes you can't. Like Corey Smith wants academic prestige. He's interested in that as a program option. Playing style you can technically control. But yeah, there's some things that you can help and some things that you can't. That's just kind of the positive and negative of your program that you picked. Like I said, some things you can improve, right? The prestige, you keep winning titles. That prestige is going to go up. As we lose to Akron 52-24. If this team is simming so poorly that we're going to get pooped on by Akron, I rest my case. Rather than banging my head against the wall, trying to be like, all right, cool, let's win. This team's going nowhere. No time soon, and I'm not going to bail them out either. I'm not bailing them out for shit. They get to deal with the fact that they're terrible. And then we get to play 3-0, 19th in the nation, Tulane. Oh, boy. Tremendous. All right, another look here. It's another week. For the athletes, we're still in the lead for Morris, Moore, Sullivan. Huge lead for McKinley Malloy. And in the running with Auburn for Marlon Moore. So at the moment, we're looking pretty good. In regards to the athletes here. You know, we'll just leave those points on. That's fine. Should save us a little bit of time. For the quarterbacks, huge lead for Joe Luke. Actually, you know what? Because of that, let's go ahead and reset the points. We're going to offer Joe Luke a scholarship. He's not the best quarterback in the world, but if we can lock him down early. Same thing for David Morris. Not a huge lead for Moore. But yeah, if we have like a 500+ point lead on somebody, I'm going to offer the scholarship to try to seal the deal. That'll be our focus this week. Ernest Young. Honestly, everyone but Rhett King, which is a shame because he is... Oh, he's only a 68, actually, so there you go. Yeah, we're going to start dishing out these scholarships here to guys that we haven't already. Try to seal the deal. And we're looking pretty good on the wide receiver front as well. Get more scouting in there. I think with wideouts, we're going to be able to start being a bit more demanding overall-wise. We got our first gem, old William Henry Harrison. You'll love to see it. So Brandon Venny, William Harrison. Keith Washington can get a scholarship this week. Not bad. Tight end, Gutierrez and Aaron McCray. And scholarships for these fellas, too. At center, it's Ryan Birch. That's looking good. Got everyone scouted. Defensive end, Rivera. James Brown, we're still in the running for. We're out on Joe Wilson. He's going Army rather than Navy. Not a big fan of boats. Big lead for Damian Robertson out of Miami. Weisbecker, we're still in the running. Ryan Bell, Rima Butler, Thomas Morgan, Jonathan Wynn. Mr. Wynn, the country singer? What? All right, there we go. The character limit on names I don't remember. Oof, Charles Smith is looking like a bust and a half, but I need a kicker. All right, that is about the best we can do for this week, as well as we continue to try to focus on the best that we have here. So, 5,000 points minus 1250, divide that by 34. It's 110 points per person as we continue to try to get our first recruit. Even Ken Dickerson, who is fucking, he's terrible though. Be smart, stupid. He's terrible. Just get rid of him. Just get rid of him. We'll still go 110 points per person. Just give the extra to the top dogs. Yeah, Dickerson was god-awful. Yeah, if we can keep looking good here, if we can finally get our first set of recruits, again, the longer it goes, the more likely it is for some of the top programs to swoop in and steal these guys. So we do need some commits here sooner rather than later. Try to put our own spin on this program over the next few seasons. Right now, we're getting pooped on by Akron. That doesn't say where we are. I don't know what does. What are the odds Tulane puts up 70 on us? Currently eating some Lindt mango almond chocolate. I agree, that sounds horrific. Mango almond dark chocolate. Glad you enjoy it, Chief. What are the points for? So essentially, you can assign up to 500 points a week on someone to try to improve their interest in joining your team. So those are what the points are for. And again, we're doing like a well-rounded approach towards scouting rather than just specking towards like one or two people in particular. Well, in fairness, I mean, if you do full 500, you could technically do it on 10 people, but All right, we are almost there. We still want to focus on the 75s as our very best. I'm gonna put up triple digits on us at the Zips, put up 50. That's fair. There we go. I'm hoping McKinley Malloy, Hebla Valley, Virginia. Hybla? Hebla. Who's to say? Oh, we're gonna get smoked. All right. Let's just rip that Band-Aid off. No need to jump in. We beat Tulane! What were they, number 19 in the nation? After Akron put up a 50 burger on us, they fucking beat Tulane. I can't believe that shit. In overtime, by the way. That is insanity. Absolute insanity. As we beat Tulane. What the fuck? I just can't believe that. What the hell? Shout out to Carl Hungus, the 14 months on the primer. Carl, welcome in. It's Ohio State, by the way, right now, #1 team in the nation. Penn State's up there, as are the Washington Huskies. We caused Tulane to drop from number 19 out of the top 25. It had to be Tulane that we absolutely screwed over, huh? That is the biggest win for our program and might be for a long, long time. We are currently 82nd in the nation and are projected to be in triple digits for the next few years. By the way, worst team in the nation right now, apparently, in terms of ranking is North Texas. So. But we knocked off Tulane and completely screwed up their season. 1-3 to kick it off, are we? Absolutely tremendous. My goodness. All right, let's take a look here. In terms of the athletes, Morris, we're looking good for. Go ahead and reset the points one more time because, again, it's just easier to do it that way for me, at least. We'll offer a scholarship to Mike Moore. Auburn's in for Marlon Moore now. That's a shame. Oh, shit, we won 2 games. Even better. Quarterbacks. Still looking good for everybody. Did I offer Rhett King a scholarship? When did I do that? Gaston, huge lead. We just need these guys to commit. Please. Is there anybody that we're taking off of our list? Nobody yet. Curtis Young, you get a scholarship. Clint Bradley. Washington already got one. Give one to Kevin Thompson. Everybody already scouted. Simmons is looking a little bit better. Bradley looking a little bit better. Okay, I mean, the wideouts are looking good. Again, we just need some of these guys to start committing. Tight ends are phenomenal in terms of what we're looking for, at least right now. Decent lead for the centers. Defensive end, Luke Rivera. We're looking okay there. Brown, we're still trying to get somewhat of a lead for. On Taylor, we don't have a big enough lead for yet. Robertson. Come on, man. We just need these guys to start committing. Be out on Jonathan Wynn. Scouting in there. Charles Smith. 68 still. Big lead for him, though. Well, now we have an option. I technically have, well, I have 3 spots in terms of recruitment, but I'm going to stay with that slow and steady approach and that well-rounded approach. You know, you could argue that, you know, committing more points to the top guys might be the best way to go right now. That is true. We do have a couple of visits to schedule as well. That's fair. Marlon Moore. Get you scheduled week 9 against Rice, or can we get more points? We can't. So, let's get these scheduled here. Any bonus points? Nope. So, it's like week 9 against Rice will be a pretty big one. We want to get these visits scheduled early as possible to try to seal the deal, if we can. Okay. So we are on about 135 points a person right now. So we try to lock down these top prospects. Or at least the top prospects that we have at the moment. Just realized it was a much faster way to do things. Who knew? I was used to NHL style scrolling. That certainly helps. Can't get the exact number every time, but hey, it's closer. Nope. Half. Damn it. 1-2. Hey, 1-2. Am I simming every game? In the early stages, yes. Again, it's a team that we have no attachment to right now. They're god-awful. I enjoy the journey of building a team as opposed to, can I win a championship with a 67 overall team? We're more about the journey of team building. Eventually, gameplay comes into it. But in the early stages right now, not so much. I can definitely see the fun in, like, hey, try to win a national title with Navy in Season 1. But at the same time, it's like, rather see if we can kind of rebuild and really build up. All right, it's these two higher rated dudes. Give it to Malloy, see if we can seal the deal. Love rebuilding too. I mean, that's the fun of it. If I wanted to win a national title in Season 1, I probably wouldn't have chosen Navy. But then again, we beat a ranked team, so. But this game against Army, Army and Air Force, we might have to jump in. We might have to, and at least see how it plays out. For those two games in particular. Might have to happen. Come on, first recruits. Please. Please. Somebody commit. Please. Damn it. Oh, more visits at least. Still no commits. All right, restoring the hate. What a fucking title that is. Restoring the hate. Let's double check our recruits one more time here before we actually do in fact jump in for our first game. Won't play the whole thing. Might not play it at all. I might do this as a series where we watch the AI play more than anything. Boys, please. I have 1,000 point. I have a 2,000 point lead from McKinley Malloy. So literally, he's just waiting for, like, Alabama or Virginia to be like, actually, McKinley, we have interest. And then he's going to leave and go somewhere else. It's a number one bullshit. I'm 100% scouted. Wideouts. We're not out for anybody. We're in the lead for like the vast majority of these players. Come on. Somebody be our first commit. I'm begging you. Okay, we're going to be out on Rima Butler. Damn, tight spot. I hope you're doing well, by the way. All right, let's just make sure that we have everybody scouted. And then we will get our visits in there. Beating Tulane probably helped. I hope so. If they don't have scouted, they're going to be at the bottom. There's not many of them at this point. Charles Smith, the kicker, is technically a bust, but they'll do well for us. In terms of the visits, Mike Moore, scheduled against Rice. Mr. Malloy, you're scheduled against Rice. Joe Luke can't be the same week as Malloy. He'll lose points, so he'll be against Air Force. Gaston be against Rice. Whitaker will be against Air Force. So will Ryan Birch. Damian Robertson can be against Rice as well. Cool. So we got a lot of points to utilize here. The biggest issue right now is the more time it takes for these dudes to commit, the less time we have to try and get involved with the later recruits that are still out there and try to, sneak in and lock these guys down. So that's our big issue right now. The more these guys dick around and refuse to commit, the more trouble we're in. Rebels, take it easy, buddy. We'll catch you later. Right now, again, we have a 1,000-point lead for a couple of guys. We got a couple 2,000-point leads. It has to be soon. If it's not, the vast majority of these guys will play elsewhere next season. Like, the team they're holding out hope for is going to swoop in and screw us over. That is just a fact. Join the Navy, everybody. I mean, who cares if the VA is going to screw you over 20 years down the line? Join the Navy. The military. Well, thank you for your service and then do nothing for you. At least in a lot of people's experience, I know. There we go. McKinley, for the love of God, please. McKinley especially, we need you. We do have a coach point as well that we get to put on. If I can go to the right spot for old Peter Griffin. And again, it'll be scouting. Increasing the scouting efficiency is incredibly important for us early on. I wish I had used that before this week, but we didn't have that much scouting to do. Army versus Navy. They are the better team. Old Lee Corso's picking us, though. I'm here for it. The old midshipman. By the way, a first look at our jerseys, which... Oh, Bill the Goat. Okay, you know? Ooh, the 175th anniversary. Blue Angels. Oh, baby, come on. The Marine Corps jerseys. Yeah, people weren't lying. The Navy jerseys are pretty damn good, huh? Alt 2, the normal away jersey, and then build it. Damn. Let's go with the goat. Yep, for Army. Tropic Lightning. That's insane. The all blacks, the all grays, alt 1. Oh, our jerseys are better. We'll put them in the alt. Oh, dude, the Navy jerseys are fucking top notch. So the offense is in the pro style, which is fine. In fairness, at the moment, we'll just go Navy playbooks. I'll change it. I know I can change it in the menu. Whoops. Well, just do multiple D for now, and it's fine. Like I said, I don't think I'm going to play too much. I think we'll probably just do a normal sim and watch what happens, jump in if it's interesting, see how it plays out. I don't know. I never know, because I enjoy watching the AI play a lot, and I do enjoy playing as well. So I never really know what way I want to go with a series like this. Fun to get some offense in, though, if the team's absolutely screwed, not going to win anything.
In the studio, I'm Reese Davis, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA
Restore the Hate
pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites.
Restore the Hate. Number 4 rushing offense in the nation for Army.
They square off in a battle for the Commander-in-Chief's trophy. That does it for us here on the NCAA College Football pregame show. Enjoy the game. We'll see you at the half.
I will enjoy the game. what we watch of it. Army and Navy going head to head. Forward passing's illegal. That guy's towel? Even the towel was excited. All right, boys, do this for all the shipmen. Lincoln Financial Field.
Real Coke taste, 0 calories.
Not too many people in attendance for this one. Heads. Why not? We lost the toss, that's why. Of course you deferred. All right, well, let's see how the boys do here then, shall we? We will skip to the first quarter and see where we stand. 7-0 Army. 7-7 at the end of the opening 15 minutes. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad, not too bad. Make it 14-7 Army. 17-7. 24-31-7. How the hell did we beat Tulane? 38-14. 38-22. Maybe on the comeback trail a little bit. They missed a field goal. And we immediately went 3 and out. So did they. Boys, can you do something? Nope, we fumbled. Well, technically, fumbling is something. Yep, that's it. Well, Army is going to get the better of us on this one. Your final score, 45-28. Not great. Not great for the old shipman. Quarterback went 25 of 52, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, was sacked 5 times.
I'm just trying to walk through this fucking grass.
Shout out to Noah for the follow. Welcome in. We did keep it under 50. That's true. But not quite the performance. Hey, look, it's a future Patriot. It's not. He'll get drafted before the Patriots pick 3rd. Yeah, that didn't go well. I kind of thought we might be able to win that one. And at no point did we really look competitive or competent. Oh no, we suck again. Can we please lock down our first recruit, though? That would be great. Where's going to draft a punter first overall? Might as well just convert Justin Fields to one. You had it for a bit there. Yeah, it was 7-7 at one point. You're right. I should have more confidence. It was 7-7 at one point. Damn. Well, we still have the Air Force game coming up, as more recruits are ready to visit, but still, we have yet to find or lock down a single recruit, as Eastern Carolina, number 19 in the nation. You know what they say about number 19s that play Navy. You're gonna lose, I hope. I think that's what they say. All right, first and foremost, visits to be scheduled. Kevin Thompson, get you scheduled against Rice. Aaron McCray, Rice. Sean Taylor, Rice. Rhett King, it's gonna have to be Temple. Venevenovici, scheduled against Rice. William Harrison against Rice. Washington against Air Force. And Simmons against Air Force. We're just desperate to get some of these players to actually fucking commit here. This is insane. Marlon Moore is going to go to Navy instead. Or not Navy, Army, excuse me. We were in the lead for a while. We're going to be out on Marlon Moore. We still have a 2,000-point lead from McKinley Malloy. Beestrom, what's going on, buddy? How are you? Beestrom the Bystrom. Somebody fucking commit to my school before I cries my outstrom. Cries my eyes outstrom. There we go. I'm tired. Luke Rivera is also going to go to Army. I told you, these guys were waiting too long. This was bound to happen. 1,000-point lead for Gaston. Gotta send the scholarship to Morgan. Dude, we have a 2,000-point lead for so many players. How aren't they committing to our school yet? Please. God in heaven. We have a just massive lead for so many of these players. It's not even funny. I'm going to continue to put points on who we have instead of trying to bring in extra people onto the board. It's 165 points per person here. Just want to focus on who we have already. But again, the longer this goes, the less time we have to swoop in for any last-second recruit options that are still out there. And that means we get more desperate to have some of these guys actually commit. It's a shame that most of them are going the, I want to visit path and not just outright signing up. Join the Navy. 165 points per person. Try and lock these guys down. It's the Navy, you're a last resort school. Fair. Come on, you can't tell me some of these people said, I want to play football and be on a ship for long periods of time. Can't tell me that's not Thomas Morgan's dream out of Sanford, Maine, by the way. Sanford, join the Navy to get the fuck out of there. I'm just kidding, Sanford. You're perfectly okay. McKinley Malloy, for the love of God. I need this guy to commit at least. Eastern Carolina. B- overall. They're going to kick the crap out of us. Oh. Twice this season, we have beaten the 19th ranked team. We beat Tulane and now Eastern Carolina. I don't believe it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Into the old buy stream. Be sure. I said both ways. Thank you very much, by the way. That was very kind. We got a lot of visits scheduled for this week, obviously. That is twice that we have beaten a ranked team this season. We're now 500 again, 3-3. It would be great if we could win this game as well, given how many players are visiting. Which is everybody, basically. All right, let's get these visits scheduled. So David Morris, why not? Rice. Gutierrez, Rice. James Brown, Rice. Clint Bradley, Air Force. Guys, let's be honest. We have a better chance of winning if I don't play it. If I don't play it, we have a better chance of winning. Based on how we sim when we don't jump into the game at all. 2,000-point lead on McKinley. 1,600 back on Weisbecker. We're finally out. He held out for hometown Georgia, and they finally came a knocking. We have 1,000 to 2,000-point lead for most of these prospects. Absolutely insane that they haven't commit yet. It's really screwing up my plans. Now's the time where I'm gonna go search for other players that might still be available. Now is the time. Doesn't matter what position they play. We just need the best we can get. So Jacob Wilson, he's going to USC. Jonathan Wynn, we had already looked at. We know we're out for him. Jeff Clifford, way out. Patrick Pearson, we had already looked at. Justin Stevens, we're way out. Chip Taylor, way out. He's going to Vandy. Cedric Stovall. We got a shot for the outside linebacker from Naugatuck, Connecticut. Jonathan Richardson, we're in first for him. We haven't even talked to him. Wyatt Powell, we're out. Rima Butler. How are we back in first for Rima Butler? When the hell did that happen? All right, Rima, well, welcome back. We're definitely out for Vince Gould. Definitely out for Jason Edwards. Avery Johnson, the coach. Chuck Parker, definitely out. Jacob Lucas, definitely out. Brandon Parrish, we're in first for. Defensive end. David Gray, definitely out. Mike Adams, still in the conversation. Mike Brooks, still somehow in the conversation. And Jason Davis, no. About Johnny Goddard. Johnny Goddard, we're in the hunt for. There are still some players here, shockingly, that we're going to be able to sneak in for. To try and land these guys. Now it comes down to the scouting. Actually seeing if they're any good, but again, we do have the improved scouting. Which is very, very nice. Okay, that is everybody for the moment. So, back to yield calculator. 5,000 minus 375. Divide that by 35. It's 130 points per person. Let's get the... Oh man, let's get the scouting in there. Again, it was 130 points per person this week. Got a couple of new additions that we're going to try to steal away. The midway point of the season. So we'll set this up. We got the visit scheduled, and then big time game against Rice.